Welcome to ESO Pod.com's A Day in the Life of Jeff, Part 7. The Commute. Anh hai, quay quạt màu xanh cho em ơi. Home and running. Arrange. I'm your host, the Jeff Common, first center, first time woman. In part 6, we were at work. I took a break. We went a lunch. Now I work English and wishing to go home. Ủa? Anh đã quen với anh từ hồi nào? Ủa sáng cúp điện mà. Chắc không? Em vô em kiểm tra nè. Let's get started. Vậy mất vậy phải tin anh hai chứ. Mấy giờ anh em biết dậy ở mà sao bây giờ nó dậy rồi. It's fine. The clock is within a time. I put a few files into my bag. Read at my marker. I say good night to the rest of the people in my area. I used to park in a garage and get into my car. I sit on my John on the street and drive for freeway on it. I move as best as I can on the freeway, which is always a bit of house at its house. A bit short. Traffic is stop and go all the way from downtown. I on the radio that there's a data stalker that thinks backing up traffic all the way to Hoover. As I get off the freeway and to take 5th Street for the rest of the trip. I need to make a stop the way home. I know that the fridge is empty, so I decide to stop by the market. I get bread and I pick up some fresh bread, a bag of apples, a few bananas, some pasta, tomato sauce. Tomato như nhớ là cà chua, nhưng mà cà chua quả cà chua đúng rồi. And a cookie chicken, and a cooked chicken. Luckily, they have a large checkout open. I get through a line. Please retreat. I thank cashier and the baker. I wish my card to my car. I open the trunk and load eating up. Just then, my wife called me on my cell phone. She was yay. To be a little late getting home, and asked me to make some pin for dinner tonight. I could be the cook. This episode is called The Commute Home and Running Hearings. Commute, means traveling back and forth from your house to your work to run an errand. ERRAND means to do something, usually something episode of your house for example, going to the grocery store, go in the drugstore or stopping by the post official. To mail a letter, these are things that you have to do that are not part of your work, but that you need to do in your daily life, and we call these things like they will call the peace arrange and the verb to run an errand. Exploring says it's 5 o'clock and it's quitting time. Quitting time is the time that you stop working. To quit, QUIT means to stop. So quitting time is the time that you stop working at end of the day. And the day I put a few fish into my bag. I grab my mug, my coffee mug. Ôi chết. Ai nhớ. My coffee mug and I say good night to the rest of the people in my area. If you work in a big company, usually you are divided into smaller rules that work on the same topic, same table work. So there is a accounting session. There is a sale session. One way to describe small goods is an area. So people in your area with people work next to you are the same things that you do. I go to the parking around and get into my car. Around over the side. I signal my turn onto the street. The signal SIGNAL means to into G, and in the car it means to turn on what we call the blinker. BLINKER. The blinker is what indicates where you are going to turn left or right. So you're driving your car, you want to make a turn. your to signal. Are you going left or are you going right? And of course, in the back of the car. Không coi thì tắt tivi đi. There's the little light that goes out and off. We say it last FLASHEL. To flash means to go on and off quickly. So signal my turn left or right on your street and try to the freeway on the right. I munch as best as I can on the freeway. To munch on the freeway, or to munch when you were driving means that there are two links to cause next to each other, but a row is getting smaller. The vehicle becomes smaller, and now you only have one lane. So the two last of cars have to go into the some lane, and we call that merging. To merge, MERGE. As the word means to take two things and put him together. We talk about commands that merge. Company buys another company and they merge. You come together. But in traffic, when you are driving, to merge means to go from your two lanes to one lane, and you have to go into and command which another within the traffic. And make your best as I can, which is always a bit of a hassle at this hour. A hassle, HASSLE, is the same as a problem. So it is a sorry, a bit of meaning, a little bit, somewhat a problem that is hard. Traffic is stop and go all the way from down. We use that word traffic, TRAFFIC, to mean the cars on the street. or the cars on the freeway. You may ask someone how is traffic, and they may say it was terrible. Traffic was really bad on the freeway that month. So every foot three number cars, and how easy it is to move on the freeway or street. When you see traffic is stop and go, we mean that cars are stopping in the road for maybe 10 feet, 20 feet, then they stop again. There are too many cars from the freeway on the road. You can now drive straight to. You have stop, wait off, wait for the overcar or đọc lại đi tưởng gì ơi ơi học hết mấy bài này dài dữ ôi vậy bài 7 bài 7 đừng lộn qua bài 6 nha. Ủa lên miếng nữa hả? Ê. Ok. Welcome to ESOPod.com's The Internet Chef Part 7 Commute, Home and Running Errands, and your host Joe Coleman for Center for Say for the Moment. In Part 6 we were at work. We took a break and went a lunch. Now our work is finished and we get to go home. Let's get started. It's 5 o'clock and it's cleaning time. I put a few files into my bag, get my mark, and say goodnight to the rest of the people in my area. I go to parking arrange and get into my car. I signal my John on the street and try to walk the freeway on it. I munch as best as I can on the freeway. xung quanh là bóng đêm. Welcome to ESO Support that counts a day in a life of chef. Ủa? Ôi trời ơi. Đó. Ủa xong dễ chịu không trời chả vậy. Không phải rồi. Welcome to the support that counts a day in life of chef. Part 7. The commute home in right hands. And the host that Jeff Cohen for Center for Sharing Women. In part 6, we got at work, we took a break, and we went to lunch. Now our work is finished, and we get to go home. I guess get start. Đâu đây? Tôi quên bật quạt được quá. Này gì? It's 5 o'clock and it's pudding. Còn bánh gạo á. Thà. I put a few tons into my bag. Get my mark. I say good night. You left từ nay sang Starbucks. For in my area, I go to parking garage. I get into my car. I sit on my John and just reach and try to the freeway and then and munch as best as I can on the freeway, which is always a bit of the haze at this hour that be solved. Traffic is stopped, up and go all the way from downtown. I hear on the radio that there's a stock car in fast lane near Rare. Backing up traffic. Có chị lỗ tai quá. All the way. Chưa có chịu mà. It's time to get off the freeway and to take off the street for the rest of the trip. I need to make a stop on the way home. I know that the fridge is still empty, so I try to stop by the market. I get there. I pick up some French there. I buy apples, the peeled bananas, some pasta, tomato sauce. Good chicken. Luckily, they have a lot checkout tent open and get through the line quickly. I think the cashier and the waiter and push my card to my car. Open the trunk and load everything up. Just then, my wife calls me on my cell phone. She was going to be of the little gay getting home and asked me to make something dinner tonight. I could be a cook. Yeah. Ở chết bò bóng lộn. Lộn ơi. Today's episode is called The Commute Home and Running and Reach. Commute, means shopping back and forth from the house to your work, to run an errand. ERRAND means to do something, usually something outside of your house. For example, go into the grocery store, go into the drugstore, shopping by the post office, to mail a letter. These are things that you have to do that are not part of your work, but that you need to do in your daily life, and we call these things errands. And the verb is to run errand. A story says, it's 5 o'clock and it's quitting time. Quitting time is the time that you stop working. To quit, you are choosing, means to stop. Quitting time is the time that you stop working at the end of the day. I put a few files into my bag. I grab my mug, my coffee mug, and I say good night the rest of the people in my area. If you work at big company, usually you're divided into small groups that work on the same topic, the same simple work. So there is an content session, and there is sales session. One way to titles small goods is an area. So people in your area will be people work next to you on the some things that you do. I go to the parking garage and get into my car. A signal my John and just read the signal SIGNAL means to indicate, and in the car it means to turn on, what we call the blinker. BLINKER. The blinker is what indicates there you are going to turn left or right. So you're driving the car and you want to make turn. You heard the shit? No. Are you going left? Are you going right? Now, of course, in the back of the car, there's a little latch that goes on off. We say it latch shape. FLASHES. To flash means to go on and off key. So I signal my turn left of right onto the street and try to walk the freeway. I'm out. Left. I'm as best as I can onto the freeway to merge on the freeway. Or to merge when you are driving means that there are two lanes. There are two cars next to each other. Below, getting more mirror. They go become smaller, and now you only have one leg. So you launch off a car, how to go into the sun. Cause let you go into Simlin, and we call that merging. To merge, MERGE, as a verb means to take two things and put them together. We talk about companies that merge a company buys other company and we merge to come together. ơi 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 thôi. Hồi nãy bị không, em kéo lên, em biết cách mà. Ờ, em biết mà. Trời, phải. Dạ tiếng lên nhạc chút nữa. Trời đất cơ. Dạ, đáng nào. Welcome to Real Pod that comes a little like a drive, but 7 the commute, home and running. Anyways, I'm your host, the track woman for Center for the same woman. And part 6, we work at work, we cook a break, and we went a lunch. In part 6, we were at work, we took a break, and we went to lunch. Now our work finished, and we get to go home. Let's get started. It's 5 o'clock. It is cleaning time. I put a few files into my bag, get my mug, and say goodnight to the rest of the people in my area. I go to a parking lounge and get into my car. I signal my turn on the street and try to the freeway on it. I work as best as I can. Onto a freeway, which all a bit of the house at this house. Traffic is stop and go all the way from down to downtown. I hear on the radio that's the store car in fast lane. Me area, back it up, traffic all the way to Hoover. I get off the aside to get off the freeway and to take surface streets. rest a trip. I need to make a stop on the way home. I know that fridge is empty, so I decide to stop by the market. I get there. I pick up some French bread, a bag, apples, a few bananas, some pasta to make the soup, and a good chicken. Luckily, they have a lot of checkout stands open and get through the line pretty quickly. I thank the cashier and the baker and push my card to my car. I open the trunk and load everything up. Just then, my wife calls me on my cell phone. She was going to be a little late getting home, and asked me to make something for dinner. Tonight, I will be the cook. Each episode is called The Commute Home and Running Errands. Commute, means traveling back and forth from your house to your work to run an errand. ERRAND means to do something, usually something outside your house. For example, going to the grocery store, going to the drugstore, stopping by the post store, a meal, a letter. With the things that you have to do that they are not part of your work.